Kawisod October 18 dapat aku saudara tahu malam memang nutang yuli aku tahu ni ko kamanit kami iglulig taloryo ekaluid amma lukang at nami takuk saudi tahu tahu mad amma nutang yo at sakak tu makuk tu ni jauh siang na takuk saudara tahu mad ni makuk sana tadi ani ko kangata aci tunga sutialu si tahu tahu mad pas kawisod amma makuk tu ni jauh siang na
tunga si witti kawe samut elbe kemelar do yunga unnug li taw tung nartusi hacking new mixano tan ate kahto edge of the arctic hakisku takko IBC ko ka ko yun na law mata agis mi taw nga kugyamut takko kivaller meul ammalu kugyamut taw nga ilinyara to law mata tan na kisia ni pawats o kalak tilu su sa law misi tan na hacking na mo akik si law si mangman.
This is the first year for the Edge of the Arctic Hockey School, and it is an idea that was developed by the town of Churchill and Keewatin College, and indeed it's an adventure in itself to put on an event like this in the north for the first time and figure all the parts out. So yeah, this is the first year. Draw players from a wider and wider area, but there would always be an emphasis on the players closest to Churchill, so there would always be a set number of seats that we'd keep for those players immediately. But one of the things that we do as we go through year 2 and year 3, we'll have deadlines for registration and pre-registration where a deposit is submitted. And we'll get those things tightened up a bit more so we can be a bit more sure of our numbers, and that way do a bit more planning in terms of what instructors we get and what exactly we're going to focus on given the group that is applied to come. So we started off with no money whatsoever. And then we tried to not spend any money so that we wouldn't have any debts in case we had problems. And we've had a few sponsors come on side. The Chamber of Commerce helped us advertise in the Hockey News. The town of Churchill created some very good rates for the ice time. ComAir helped all the individuals in the Keewatin to get down at a reasonable price. North Star Travel provided some communication with their 1-800 number, and as well we had the Northern Store on site to help us with some of the food supplies. So we've had quite a few sponsors, but we've kind of just moved ahead and only spent money as we had it. There's some really important parts to what's going on at the Edge of the Arctic Hockey School, and I think it's an example of some things that perhaps in the north we haven't paid as much attention to as we need to. I think that as a parent in the north, I'm convinced that it's really important that our kids have an opportunity to travel and that they pursue educational activities and if possible, sporting activities as much as they can. Because if you don't travel, then you can never come home to the place you love. And if you don't travel, you can't go someplace where you can get some kinds of training that might help you back in your region. I think preparing to travel is one of the most important things that we have to develop in our youth in the north, and finding a place where they can go and travel easily and not be uncomfortable, be in a comfortable setting and learn something. That I think that's really critical for the future of our people in the north.
Tunga sulawit kili takwali taununga kugyamut ajilo yakton na lawat ta hacking namun ayon na sa yaktot lugit tamani akis mo tilugo. Tana at kaktok Edge of the Arctic Hockey School tahako kiballer mew ammalu Manitoba mew ilangan ni taununga kugyam ayon na sa yaktulaw mata ammalu ayong niningin ni tahako hacking mew Inuk ammalu kablunat unalilo kawasak tawlaw mata ay kano ayong iting mga ta tek sumanulo ang itole tahako Inuk ayunginninginni qausartaaqqartaloorsimangittugalu amaannali tautuppallaavugul ayunginninginnik qausartaavalliamata akuniuluangittoqa inummik ermusermi tigumiartumik tautugumaaleqpugu haakikillugu taiksumaniulaortorle haakikattalisaarpe tamaani kangerlanermik aanna nalubbiuqattaloorsimayuugalua kisiani inuulliqai isumalilaorput qoaqattaloarmat sikoqattarluni siaqia vingortutaulorsimavu maannaulertorli innaillu makkuttullu arnaillu ammalu makkuluangittugalu arnaa haakeqattalermata tamaani haakikvingnik taiksumani pigiaqattaloorsimangmata tamaani ukioqartillugeqai fuadimi ammalu taikunga fiftimutikillugi maannali utaqakului 5 years ongitulluuni haakeqattalermata taakkuali haakingermut ajorunniasaraartortut taututtaulaormata qanu ayungitigimmagaata pinasugduartutit ammalu pigguuttuammareqattalaormata aksorummarillutit tautuktiktinasugluti ayunginninginni taakkuali tautuujalaormisiu.
Hi, I'm Chris King of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're watching IBC.
Good luck to all the kids down in Churchill at the hockey school. Work hard, do well, and maybe you'll end up in the NHL someday. Thanks.
I don't know, try and get on the ice as much as you can and work on the skills. Like, I don't know, like a lot of them probably don't know a lot of the skills, but you know, if they can get in touch with one of the goalies that I've been teaching here, I'm sure they'd be more than happy to tell them what I taught them and try and pass it on to them and work on those as much as they can. That's what all the advice I can get.
Okay, thank you very much, David.
No problem, thank you.
titit ammali iornartuuginartu taakua tautuyalaormissiu. Itapitaqattartillugi tautuyulaarmilavulli taakkua haakittillugi.
Better believe it.
That I was really impressed with was how good some of the kids are. I had no idea what the caliber of play would be, some of the players from the northern communities, but I was saying earlier today I was really impressed by how well some of them skate and play the game. And hockey's a Canadian game, and it's pretty obvious that you see that when you come up here. Well, I think obviously winning the Stanley Cup in Pittsburgh in 1991 was the most enjoyable and probably the biggest highlight of my career. It was something that I think most Canadian boys from Toronto to Halifax to Yellowknife to where Rankin Inlet to wherever, they dream of one day being able to play in a Stanley Cup final and winning a Stanley Cup, and to be fortunate enough to be able to do that, it was pretty special. So you know, that would definitely have to be the highlight of my career. I think the other thing that I think comes pretty close is I was able to play with a lot of great hockey players, and been able to watch Mario Lemieux and Mark Messier and Wayne Gretzky and players like that, to be able to play with guys like that, and you know, some great hockey legends, Larry Robinson and Brian Trottier. Those were guys that I grew up admiring, and then to have the opportunity to play with them was a huge thrill.
Taannattu apersorunnallaaqaptigu Mike Spence taunanikuugiarma meiyuuyo qano isumagilaarmangaagu taakko ilinneaqasuartillugi kivallermiut ammalukuugiarmiut haakingniu miksaanut tautuialaarmisiu.
I look at the Arctic Hockey School has a new beginning in respect to tying relationships. I mean, it's so important to build a relationship. The only separation that we have from Churchill and Keewatin is the border, and I think by coming together and bonding a relationship is very important. You look around at this fine community, look at the landscape that's here. It's similar to your landscape. You see the abundance of beluga whales that is so important to the Inuit culture. I mean, it just fits in. It's a natural. Well, going back generations in time, you look at the pre-Dorset, the tent rings, the evidence of the tent rings that are across the river from here. I mean, if you look at all that, you see the landscape that's here, you see the beluga whales that's here. So it tells you that we are indeed so close together. And like I had indicated, the only separation that we have is the border. And I think by working together and coming up with ideas to cement our relationship, like the Arctic Hockey School is one, we will become friends for so many years. I mean, it's a building process that we're doing, and I think we're doing fine at that. What happened was last June, I think it was June 6th, I had traveled along with our administrative staff to Oviatt to follow the Keewatin Resupply Subcommittee, and we were asked to partake in the meeting in Oviatt, and there was a person from Oviatt, Ralph King, who indicated to me, he says, Mike, he says, you people have a great facility in Churchill and you have artificial ice. He says, why don't you explore the idea of putting on a hockey school in Churchill so that we in the community can partake instead of traveling these great distances to Winnipeg. And I thought, what an excellent opportunity. So coming back to Churchill, we researched the idea, and basically it's come together. I mean, this is why we're here today. It's something that we looked at. It can be done. It's achievable, and it's a great new beginning. I think there's a great opportunity to do that. I think what we'll do is we'll explore in respect to having one next year, and I think it is basically a great possibility that we continue to do this. We're doing it for our children. We're doing it for bonding relationship. We're doing it for a whole host of things. It's a matter of coming together, and it's a great opportunity. It shows that we could all come together and partake together, and this is just a new beginning. It's a wonderful experience, and it's great to have you in our community. It shows that there is a dedication for all involved here.
Do you have some kids enrolled in the hockey school?
Yes, I have 2 of them.
Yeah. What do you think of the hockey school so far?
Oh, it seems okay. A few things to iron out, but we're getting there.
You think this is a good opportunity for kids in the north to be enrolled in something like this?
Oh, certainly. They don't get a lot of opportunity like this without going further south, so I think it's a real good opportunity.
Do you have any kids enrolled in the hockey school?
Yes, my youngest daughter, Melissa.
And do you think the hockey school is a good opportunity for children up here?
Yes, excellent. Yeah, I've been looking forward to it.
Do you have any kids enrolled in the hockey school?
Yes, 2 boys.
And their names are?
Derek and David.
What do you think of the hockey school so far?
Great, great, great. Burn off that excess energy they have. Oh, they love hockey, and this is their... Actually, the first year was this last winter, and this is a real good development thing for them. Great thing.
Do you have any kids enrolled in the hockey school?
I have 1.
Yeah. How old is he?
5 years old.
And his name?
Reginald.
Yeah. What do you think of the hockey school?
Oh, it's good. It's well organized, and I think it's good for the north, to bring the north to Churchill, and hopefully next year we'll have even more people coming.
Nuqqarviksavuti kianimingman taanali nuqqariarutiginnaartavut tuqaartinnialермияqa ilinniaqasualortunut amma taikkua haakingniumiksaanut ikayulortuluk taanut.
Great, because you just like looking over your backyard and say, come on, let's play some hockey, you know, because we are neighbors. Yeah. And this is really nice, and we hope that this could be a going thing every year. Because it's good for the young kids, you know. They get to know younger people. The kids here get to know younger people because they're the ones that are going to be running the North, all these young kids. So it's good to have neighbors involved in this, and they're all a team, you know. I just wish I was younger and I can get out there and go along with them. Because I always did like hockey, and I played a lot of it in my life. And in fact, I even play with some of the boys that are living up north now, like Barney Tutu. I believe he's in Rankin. And you got the Hicks boys, you know. So I knew them all pretty good. So it makes you feel good, you know, when you're making ice for the young generation from up there too, you know. So you're right back at home when I'm in this business right now. It's very, very good.
I'm sure I speak on behalf of all youth who are able to use the ice that you've made. And thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you too, and thanks for coming up. And come back again.